Okay, so mole to mass mole to mass conversion. Can everyone see the board? All right. How about now? Can you guys see it now? Okay, good. All right. So yesterday we went from mole to moles, right? But this time we're gonna use mole to mass. And mass we get it from the periodic table. So let's do an example together. Could you read? Okay, Ashley.
Pencil lead or graphite is made up of the atom carbon. If there are 3.4 times 2 to the negative 2 moles of carbon in one piece of lead, what is the mass of a piece of lead?
Okay, good. So, first things first. It tells me that the lead is made out of what? Carbon. Lead is made out of carbon. Okay, that's pretty cool. What else do we know? What is the given information?
That there are 3.4 times 10 to the negative second moles of carbon in one.
Good. So, I think what you guys said was that there were 3.4 times 10 to the negative 2 moles of carbon, correct? Now, Patrick, what am I looking for? What am I looking for here? I'm looking for the mass of the pencil lead, right? So this tells me I know that I have moles, and then now I have to go to what unit? Which is? Grams, right? So we want to go to grams. So, to go from moles to grams, we have to actually look at the mass that is given to me in the periodic table. We didn't do this yesterday, right? No. Okay, good. So, if it's just carbon, does anyone know how much carbon weighs? This is a good time.
12.01.
This is a good time to take out your periodic table, and you'll see you have 12.01 grams. The unit is what? Grams per mole. So this is the stuff that we did on Monday. So this is actually grams per mole. Now, we're going to start off with the unit that's given to me, which is in moles, right? So I have 3.4 times 10 to the negative 2 moles. Now, this is what I would tell everyone. This is what you have, right?
Yes.
Right, times, and then do a fraction bar. This unit that you're given is going to be always the same one at the bottom right if you want to cancel it out. So what do you want the unit to be here? Moles, right? Grams per mole. But if that's grams per mole, what has to be at the top? Grams. So the unit that you want is going to be at the top. Unit that you want. Unit you want. And the unit that you want to cancel out is going to be at the bottom. And in this case, it's the moles because that's what you started out with, right? So unit cancels. So now let's talk about, wrote that wrong, cancel. Let's talk about the number. Mole always gets what number? Uno, or 1. Always 1. 6.02 times 10 to 23 is for particles, right? Okay, now if I tell you that there are 12 grams for every 1 mole, what should be the number that's at the top? 12, right? And I got that from the periodic table. So, I will put it there, 0.1. Now, what cancels out? The moles cancel out. Do I cancel out my numbers? No. Okay, better question. Do I multiply or divide?
Multiply.
I multiply across, right? And then I divide at the bottom. So, I'm going to erase this right now. I'm going to restart what I wrote on the PowerPoint. So if you didn't follow what I said, I want you to watch it carefully, okay? So we're starting with 3.4 times 10 to the negative 2 moles. Asta, taking notes? Yay. Good. What's the unit that we want to cancel out? Mole. So that's the unit that's going to be the top or the bottom? Bottom. And that's exactly what you're going to see. And the gram's going to be at the top. Can you see, Taya? Okay. 1 always go with mole. And the grams is going to be the number we get from the periodic table. 12.01. Cancels out. Gives you 0.40834. What's the unit? No. Grams. We canceled out moles, remember? And that's that. I'm sorry, here it is. Okay. Okay, did everyone write that down?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's slide to the last page. So, you have this. We've been filling this out. if we're starting, I want to show you how to read this chart. This is the center. Moles. Jabari, look at me. Okay, alright. So, moles. If I'm in moles, and I want to go to particles, like atoms, like molecules, like formula units, I'm going to use what number?
6.0.
Okay, what number does the mole get? 1. Mole always gets 1. Okay, now, let's talk about what we're going to do when we go to the mass. I have mole here, and I'm going to the mass. I have to use this guy, which is atomic mass. Where do I get the atomic mass from? Periodic table. What does mole get? 1. You guys kind of understanding that mole's always going to get 1? Good. Alright, switching to the next slide. Oh, sorry, let's do this problem. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that you're going to have to go ahead and write the formula first, then figure out the mass. So, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to get you started. If you have questions, don't worry, we're going to go over it together, okay? Start. So, remember I said you have to write the formula first? So, let's go ahead and write the formula. Gold chloride, gold 3 chloride. So, when I do that, I have AU, what's the charge of gold?
3.
Positive 3. And Cl has what charge?
Negative 1.
Crisscross.
AuCl3.
So you get AuCl3. I know, you're good. Okay, so what are we starting with? Bria, what are we starting with? 50.0 grams. So here's my 50.0 gram. What is a unit that I want at the bottom of the fraction?
Grams.
Grams. Remember, if we want to have the same unit as the one that's given to me, you know that this is getting recorded, right? So if your mom decides to help you out with the work, and if she's listening to you, she's going to hear you talk the entire class. Okay?
Do we have to like?
No. So, grams. What is a unit that's going to be at the top? Moles. Now, let's fill out the number. What is the number at the top going to be for moles?
1.
1, because mole always gets what? 1. Now, grams is a little tricky this time, but we already know how to figure out the atomic mass, right? So let's go ahead and do the math. Can you guys see still? Okay. AuCl3 is our formula. Au is going to be, there's 1 of them. Cl, there's 3 of them. Does anybody understand why there's 3 Cl? Because of the subscript, right? Okay. I get these numbers from the periodic table, and all I do is I multiply across. So, and then I do what, Jacoya? And I add them together. When I do that, I get 303.32. Good. Okay? Now, this is the number for AuCl3. So that's why that's going to be the number that's going to be underneath that 1 mole of the whole thing. Multiply or divide? Divide. So when you divide, you get 0.16484. Who got these right? Good job. I'm not changing. All right, let's go.